People often ask me, what do I think is the most important character trait? I don't think there's the most important, but what I do believe is we should all have empathy. So let me break down my perspective of why it's so important. My name is Cyrus Ausar, and my mission is to embody the emotion of overcoming. I believe we all fight battles we hide from the world. My objective is to help you win those battles through perspective. Stay tuned. People often ask me, what do I believe is the best character trait? And as I was saying, I don't think there is a best character trait, but what I do believe we should have is empathy. The reason why is we're all going through something. Everybody is going through something. No matter how good they can hide it, no matter how macho they can appear, no matter what. Everybody is going through something. And we can't judge what they're going through and compare it to our lives and say they have their life easier because we have it harder. Or our life, or you know how some people say, well, I'm hungry. Well, other people are starving. It's like it doesn't take away the fact that I'm still hungry. You know what I mean? So this is what has to happen with empathy. We have to look at what other people are going through and try to understand it to the best of our ability and share emotion with them, even when we don't fully understand. We have to try to understand. If somebody is constantly crying, complaining, and you just tell them, shut up, shut up, shut up, at what point do you say, you know what, let me at least try to gauge what they're talking about, what they're crying about, and what they're complaining about. Let me at least try. Even if I don't fully understand, let me at least try. When I was homeless, I got a chance to talk to a lot of homeless people. I was homeless, like they call higher level homeless. I got a chance to sleep in a car. But I got a chance to talk to people that's sleeping on the street and just having a regular conversation. Like, how did you get here? And it was like, you know what? I was taking care of my mom. My mom died, and it's something like that. Or it might be, you know what? I just started drinking and deal with the problems of my family, etc. I've heard even a tragic story where it was a guy who was 17, and he was in a family, like a family car, and they got into an accident and everybody died but him. So he started going to drug usage to cope with that pain because he felt like he should have died as well. So it's just, you can look at somebody homeless and say, look at the bum, he not even trying. You won't realize that man was in an accident with 4 family members. All of them died but him, and he's trying to deal with that pain through drugs. I'm not saying that what he's doing is correct. I'm not saying what he's doing is right. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is you can be empathetic to what he's going through, because when somebody is suffering, they don't want to go through it neither. Sometimes they don't know a way to get out of it. They don't have a clue. Sometimes people are just lazy. I'm not going to take that off the table. Sometimes people are just lazy. They know what they need to do and they choose to abuse the system. That's a whole nother case. But what I'm talking about is sometimes people are going through things and we show no empathy towards their suffering. We don't look at it. Like, I got a chance to talk to people at the veterans places, and their breakdown of life and how they felt like the government doesn't care about them and how they got shunned and how, so I got a chance to talk to them. I got a chance to talk to homeless people, drug users, police officers. Everybody. I got a chance to talk to a lot of people, and then you can hear their pain from their angle. You can hear their frustration. Even people that grew up in Beverly Hills, and then they was like, man, my dad was never around. My mom never even gave me a hug or told me I love you. Never. And we can look at their lives and say they got a better life than us. We just don't know what each other is going through. That's why you can either add to somebody's life on a good side, or you can add to somebody's life on a bad side. And sometimes we don't think about that because we can already believe we understand somebody else's life. They got life better than I do because they have this material. They have life better than I do because they got their dad and their mom in their life. And you won't realize what's going on. I met so many women that have been through some major issues that you would never think, because they smile every day, because they are attractive, because they got good clothes, but you won't know what they're going through. I've met so many men that's great at sports, and you won't realize that they had trauma dealing with their father or their mother forcing them or being hard on them or telling them they not as good as their brother or whatever. I met so many people that's skateboarding because they just want to get out the house and they just trying to figure out ways to cope because their dad is abusive or whatnot. Because they're great at skateboarding, now you want to hate on them and say, well, he can't do like this or he not this person. Like, we never can fully understand somebody else's life because we're not them, but we can try and empathize with their suffering. Although they're smiling, although they're acting a certain way right now, it doesn't give us the reason to be harmful to their life because we think it's better than ours. Thank you for taking out the time to watch this video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to get my shirt or you want to get a book, or I got a program called Trauma Transparency, which is in the description box below. Please do so. Also reach out to me on social media, which is in the description box below. Thank you.